3. I wasn't there for that third one.
Oh, man. Oh, and they're off.
Alright.
Alright.
Race is beginning.
Probably gonna
Cannot
see
wait to see
powerless
this.
World 1s from both of them. Yep. Alright, yep. So
World 1 is pretty typical. You'll see the runners go through powerless actually for these first 2 levels. Now, once we get the sync going, you'll notice that there won't be too far of a difference between them. But one thing I noticed is that Pro Hybrid being also an amazing mirror runner, gets hit by the hothead. I noticed he's jumping a lot, and in Amazing Mirror, jumping is significantly faster than dashing. It's also faster in this game, but not quite by a significant margin, like how it is in Catan.
Yep, just a tiny bit faster.
Yeah, it saves. At this point, it saves frames. Ooh, opting to slide in that wall do. So Jay, tell us about this mini-boss coming up.
Yep. Alright, so we've got the very first mini-boss. What they're going to do here is suck up 2 enemies at once to get a double star and immediately one-shot him. Normally it'd take a couple hits to beat him, take a little bit of time, but we don't even have to watch his health bar load. We can just kill him.
Both runners going for the beginner strat in Cave Room.
Yeah, nice safe stuff there.
Ooh, Laurie taking an extra hit, meaning that Pro Hybrid actually got really close once again. Very excellent showing from these 2 runners so far.
In early game.
Dude, it's really close. This is great.
Yep, wow.
This race is going to be really exciting.
Yeah. Both these runners are basically at the same level right now.
Now, in Kirby, you got coffee abilities. Where have they been this whole time?
You're
about to finally see
Pro Hybrid
opting to go on Jay.
Yeah.
Alright, so here we got Burning, and what we're going to be doing with Burning is basically charging forward. You're completely invulnerable during the middle of the animation. However, at the start and the end, you are vulnerable. So you gotta time some of these burning strings really specifically. That was a terrible word choice. Ooh, Pro Hybrid getting hit. Let's see if he gets hit by one of these hotheads. No, that's a good thing.
Yep,
those hotheads at the end
is really annoying.
Yeah, absolutely.
He can sometimes just stay there, stand in front of the door, and you've got to...
This time we actually have our first mini-boss, Mr. Frosty.
Yep. Oh, Pro Hybrid accidentally going the other... Oh no, intentionally going the other way. That's his strat, it looks like.
Ooh, almost getting hit by the Frosty Corpse.
Yep, so there's a little bit of...
Neither of them opting to go for health. I notice Pro Hybrid only has 2. But he gets past that room without getting hit, so he should be good up to 2-1.
Yep.
It's fastest to keep burning through Wispy, while it may not be the fastest ability to kill him, but it saves significant amount of time in 2-1. Ooh, Pro Hybrid actually having a fairly slow last room.
Yep. Laurie's gonna pull ahead a little bit.
Now here's how we fight Wispy. You bash your head against it until he dies.
There is some timing to it. You can't just mash the button though, because he does have invincibility frames. So if you go too fast, you're gonna miss a couple hits.
Yeah. Unless if you just mash like frame perfectly. It probably doesn't work.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's invulnerability frames.
And sub 330 from Laurie. That's a very, very good powerless time.
Wait, sub 330?
Yep.
Why does Laurie already have better World 1s than me?
And Pro Hybrid about 10 seconds.
My best is a 333, or 332, excuse me.
You'll get there, I believe.
Ooh, gets hit by the... and doesn't opt to get burning again. So what she's gonna do instead is pick up Tornado here. And this is actually, like, fairly nice, because you get to avoid some, like, luck-based event. Whether the tornado likes to spin in your face, making,
Oh, just like
as you can see, Pro Hybrid gets destroyed.
Bad RNG.
Oh, he spits out the tornado, but that's fine. Yep. But he's at 1 health, and this first room in 2-1, as you're about to see Laurie go through, that's this RNG pig. He sucks. Pro Hybrid not opting the soft set.
He's gonna go through with 1 health. You do get healed in this stage, so as long as
you get 4 health total, assuming you don't get hit, which you shouldn't.
You do need to take just an ability, so we're gonna see him grab NIDL.
Yeah, and that's because we're gonna be doing the other double star in the game. Laurie going for the 3 jump setup, very nice.
I believe the second of 3.
Kills Grand Wheelie before the health bar comes up. That's always satisfying.
Pro Hybrid gets the same kill.
Yeah, as long as he starts wheeling in this room, just like now, he's gonna grab a pepper right here, and there's gonna be another one at the top of the stage. Alright, Jay, tell us about 2-3.
Alright, 2-3 is the first difficult stage in the game, I'd say.
Wait, really?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. I thought 2-1 was pretty difficult, honestly.
Maybe. It just feels like kind of a difficulty spike to me. Especially because of this fish room here. This is an annoying one. Because you can't get through... well, theoretically, you know, you kill that first fish and you can get some really tight movement to not take any hits.
Another thing about 2-3 is that this stage contains the very first Meta Knight arena.
Yep.
And these Meta Knight arenas have probably some of my favorite strats in the game to get past them. It looks like, oh, she managed to hit an enemy on the way back. That was a very interesting arena. Pro Hybrid, I think, is going to go for a more standard version of the arena.
Ooh, he takes a hit, he's only on 1 health.
Oh,
Pro Hybrid, I have never seen this arena strat before.
Oh my goodness.
Laurie's was mostly standard, just 1 deviation.
I'm hoping Pro Hybrid will go for the tomato in the next stage.
He's probably going for the tomato or soft reset. We'll see. I don't actually think he soft reset at all during his last race, if I remember correctly. I think he took a couple of unfortunate deaths because of that, so...
Really? Not even before Meta Knight?
Nope, yeah, he didn't soft reset a single time, I don't think.
You should almost always soft reset before Meta Knight, even if you have, like, 4 health.
Yep, and soft resetting, by the way...
Ooh, he's having a bit of trouble.
Oh, no! He misses that tomato.
That was really unfortunate. 1-tile gaps are hard.
Yeah, it looks like he was trying to puff the top block, but he was getting stuck by the top of the screen.
Yeah, you can't hit that very top block. Even though it does have collision.
But yeah, as I was saying, soft resetting brings your health up to full and gives you 2 lives, but you don't get to keep whatever ability you had, and it loses probably about 2 seconds every time you soft reset.
It loses about 2 seconds on NTCSCJ. I don't know how much it loses on American. It loses a little bit more, that's for sure.
Barely any time, but yeah. So it's very safe, really good to go for, and it's definitely faster than taking a death in almost every case. Especially faster close to game overing.
Alright, this is the first time we're going to be seeing Wheel. Or wait, no, we saw it in 2-2. Never mind.
Second time we're seeing Wheel.
Ooh, looked like she got an even input there. I'm not entirely sure.
Yep, we're having a little bit of trouble with her inputs.
Yeah, but she gets through this room fairly cleanly. That room's pretty tricky. Now we get the best ability in the game, objectively, high jump. Has a little bit of trouble getting through the door. Oh, that was really genius from Pro Hybrid to go down and grab that wheel instead of risking getting 2 of them, which would have created a mix, and he would have gotten something that isn't wheel.
Yeah, it's really interesting to watch Pro Hybrid run because he does some strats.
Oh, runs right into Paint Roller. Paint Roller sucks.
Yeah, he's a very difficult boss.
And now he's going crazy because
there's a lot
he painted
of
something.
Spacing involved. That's the name of the game here is spacing. You gotta get very, very close to him in order to get the strongest hits possible to kill him quickly. But if you get too close, you take a hit like that, and it messes everything up.
He actually inches forward a pixel once he starts hitting, and it's so frustrating every time you get hit by it.
Pro Hybrid opting to back off, noticing that he's not getting... Ooh.
Oh, I thought he was just having trouble high jump canceling.
Yeah.
Some more high jump canceling right here against TikTok. Ooh, takes a hit.
Or takes 1 hit. Pro Hybrid expertly dodges the wand.
Get the health. Good. But now, coming up next is 3-2. Jay, why don't you talk about 3-2?
Alright, 3-2. This is a very notorious stage. It's really long. Got some good high jump movement at the beginning, and then at the end of it, you'll see the runner
good high jump
sword.
Movement at the middle, excuse me, because you got this dumb 1-tile gap right here.
Right at the beginning, there's a very tricky gap to make it up. Laurie gets through no problem though.
This movement here is fun.
Laurie opts
but
to
it looks
wait
like
for
she waits for the Waldo.
That's safe. There is a way to kill it if it stands there like that, and just keep high jumping through, but it's a little bit more difficult, and a lot of runners don't go for it.
I go for the second waddle too because it's far easier, but the first one I will usually opt to wait. Now this time we're grabbing sword, and what we're going to use...
Barely doesn't get hit by Hothead there. That was close.
Ooh. And now coming up is
Bugsy,
the butter building. We
everyone's
got
favorite.
Bugsy. Whoa, what?
Star of the show.
He like made the charging forward animation, but then jumps. Debated. That was so weird. I've never seen that before. What on earth? Imagine if he did that all the time. You would literally have no way of telling what he'd do.
Mm-hmm.
And once again, it's the spacing game because
it wasn't actually too bad of a hit because he didn't grab her, and so she didn't have to go through one of the grab animations. She just got hit straight out.
Let's just talk a little bit more about Bugsy. If he walks forward, if you're a little too close and walks forward, you get grabbed. If he's backwards, if he walks backwards, you can mix. Oh, okay, he gets sword back.
Oh, gets the
infamous down throw.
That's the longest animation. Pro Hybrid having some trouble.
Yeah.
Finally makes it through the fight.
Yeah. There's not much to talk about in
Laurie accidentally
never mind. There's not a lot to talk about in 3-3. It's one of the shortest stages in the game. After one of the longest and hardest stages in the game.
Mm-hmm.
Down throw check chase.
Yeah.
Alright, now another hard stage. This one's a little shorter, but that's yeah. Yeah, it exists. This is a 3-4. This is another Mennonite arena right here. Mm-hmm. And I believe Laurie will be going for the pure high jump strat here. The best strat to get through the arena. Oh, actually goes under that enemy.
Takes one hit. Is she going to be able to get high jump back? Oh, she loses it. She's going to have to go and get it from the museum.
Yeah.
And if
I noticed she was worried about going for it initially because if she spat a star at the high jump ability, it would have just exploded.
Yep.
One of the dumb parts about this game.
Yep.
But if Pro Hybrid can keep high jump, then he will may be able to save a bit of time.
Yep, and here's the museum. Fortunately, after beating that stage, you unlock the museum that just gives you high jump right back, so it's not too big of a deal if you lose it there.
It is an existent. Oh, so Pro Hybrid was going for the drop strat, but blasted his ability just as I was talking about.
So he's gonna have the same thing. Gonna either have to go into the museum or go through this stage powerless, which is not ideal.
I've seen a couple people do it in the tourney.
He takes a death.
Oh no!
To the Gordo. Right before the Maxim Tomato, too.
Yikes.
Doesn't hug left enough. He was too focused on avoiding the cannon, I think.
Oh, gets final boss by the door, and again. Ooh.
Wow. And Laurie's entering 3-6, now a full stage ahead. Opts to wait for that first crash bomber. You see some runners go for that first kill, but that is a very tight window, and it's safer to just wait for it. For Hybrid not going for the museum, I kind of thought he wouldn't because he didn't in his last race either. But that's going to make this stage pretty tricky because he's going to have to fight Bonkers with sword, and his invincibility is going to run out.
Oh, he's gonna use freeze.
Going for freeze instead. Interesting.
Freeze would be slower, but it makes Kirby more cute. So it's an infinite.
it's a fair trade-off. Great fight.
So one thing I noticed is that he froze Bonkers' star and shot it at him, doing a lot more damage than he would have if Bonkers had just stayed still.
Mm-hmm. Very impressive.
That was really good. I've never thought of that, but that was really good, and that's like, I guess it's like a way Freeze could be better than NIDL or.
And he gets the early Crash Bomber kill with Freeze too.
Yo!
Wow! I
love this so much.
Rep in Canada.
Oh no!
Oh my gosh! And he froze the frog and left him on top of the cannon.
Did Laurie guess correctly? Oh no, she did. But gets a. Oh wait, no, she didn't guess correctly because the boss health bars are separate. But yeah, it's always Sun. It's always incorrect.
But she's repping Moon Crew, which is.
But the only reason why it's always Sun is because no one guesses Sun. If people did guess Sun, then it would always be Moon.
That's true. It's always the one you don't guess, or if you don't guess, then you lose time anyway.
You lose like a second.
Yeah, and also you're boring, and
The
you're
best,
shunned
the
by
best,
the community.
the best thing though is Meta Nightmare. If you play
I
Meta
think Pro
Nightmare,
Hybrid doesn't
you literally
guess.
don't need to guess
no,
because
he's
your
going
sword
for
can
Sun,
always reach.
and he guesses wrong.
Oh no!
Yep, it's always the one you don't guess.
Exactly.
Just
I
a
love
sniper
the
set.
weak hits. He was getting weak hits because the hitboxes there are really weak and stupid and making zero sense whatsoever.
Yeah, like I said in
making
previous
words.
races, you have to stand basically inside of both of those bosses to get the best hits on them. So new runners often get weak hits because they don't know the spacing.
Now, using Tornado in 4-2 is a fairly standard strat. Gets hit at the end, but that's fine. She doesn't need it at all for the rest of the stage.
Yeah, that Poppy Rose is pretty annoying.
The only thing
got 2
that
health,
slightly
that should be
worries
okay,
me
'cause
is
there's
that she
no
only has 2 health. And then this, Pro Hybrid going for UFO. That's the first time I've seen that in a long time. It's crazy to me how in, like, the matter of a year, high jump has become the common strat, and UFO is far less common to see nowadays.
Yeah, a year ago UFO was the standard strat, but keeping high jump
And one person went for high jump.
Yeah, just one person who wasn't even active anymore.
Yep.
Laurie in the double Poppy Bros fight looks like it's going really well for her. Nice fight.
Whoa.
That is a pretty tricky fight. It's easy to get hit and screw up all their jumping patterns, but she makes it through very well.
Now, 4-3 is a very interesting looking stage. You got this wind, you got the scrolling background. So one thing that recently came up, and something that I think is actually an even easier strat than this top path, is doing the middle path. It's a very recent strat, but it doesn't look like these runners are going for it, because it hasn't quite been, like, seen by the world yet. It's, like, just been starting to go for.
Laurie getting hit and losing Spark, but that's fine.
Ooh. But Pro Hybrid doesn't have Spark in this arena. I didn't see what happened.
I didn't see either. He's only... Oh my gosh, he's in danger of game overing here.
This ain't good.
The lack of soft resets catching up with him. Oh no! He tried to inhale, but jumped too close and took the death. We saw Nacho game over here in the last race, too.
Really?
Yeah. Same fight. Very unfortunate. Gonna have to redo the
struggling
entire
with
stage.
4-4 right here.
Making it through powerless. And gonna grab wheel here for a room, again, that is very well designed for it. Gonna be unwheeling and then re-wheeling after each of these slopes, because it's a little bit faster than just staying in wheel and turning around.
Alright. Get ready. He's back. It's Fan.
It's Fan.
Oh
she does
no!
not space
Laurie
it well
misses a
enough,
hit.
so-
She could get grabbed. Ooh, but dodges it.
Very good dodge.
Very good.
And Pro Hybrid re-fighting has Spark this time. And he makes
Very
it through.
good. Now we have the Yeet ability right now. Laurie has it. And the reason why it's called the Yeet ability is because, well, you yeet things. And we're going to be doing a lot of that in 4-5 in the best arena in the game. It's the funnest arena because you get to throw all the Meta Knights at each other. It's great. Ooh, opted to go for the tomato here. Very interesting.
Just a safety strat, I assume.
Yeah, it's definitely for safety because the rooms after the arena are not quite as fun.
Pro Hybrid missed the room there. Had to go back.
Going for Spark.
He's also going for Spark strats. No high jump from either of them.
Good.
Oh, Laurie accidentally falls. Pattern's very messed up for this. But she still does fine. Makes it through without getting hit. Yep, she's good.
Yep.
Oh, Pro Hybrid fell. Ooh, Laurie barely dodging that pig.
Yeah,
Now
so you
she's
gotta
gonna be,
time your burnings here very
right
correctly,
through there.
because remember when I said you were completely invincible during the middle of the burning animation? As a matter of fact, I was wrong. You can get hit by spikes.
Yep, those spikes can hit you. They just have very
There is,
small.
I believe there's no true invincibility in this game other than Candy. That will give you invincibility to spikes. Actually, I don't even know if Candy gives you invincibility to spikes. I should test that, because I have the level editor. We learned many interesting things using the level editor recently, such as the fact that Orb has only 60 health and dies in like 2 stars.
Meanwhile, Laurie entering another boss fight that we grabbed sword for.
Oh
TikTok
wow!
chasing her to the other side of the stage, but stops before the end, so she's able to hit him without taking the hit.
Dude, Jay, I saw that clip. Where he like just chased you the entire way and he just died before stopping. Epic.
Yeah.
Ooh, 1 health here. Could take a death, but it shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
she can
definitely.
Oh, she slides it for safety.
Yeah, that's smart. I normally see runners if they don't have a power
that was
there.
Spooky. No, that was spooky.
Jump over the Rocky and suck instead of sliding into him. And Pro Hybrid.
Software setting before Krakow. Very good.
Very smart. Mist is very, very obviously always going to be fastest with high jump because of this climb. It's a very, very long climb, and depending on, you know, what kind of strats you want to go for, this can be really easy, or you can cut each of these very close by trying to cancel your high jump as close to the platforms as possible without falling through them.
Absolutely, and now, of course, high jump has the double hit, where you can hit him with the high jump cancel. It does a little bit less damage than the actual high jump, but you can kill a Krakow fairly quickly, as we didn't see here. But that's okay.
Yeah, the pattern got messed up a little bit. This is a pretty difficult fight. It's sometimes pretty hard to time it and hard to tell where you will and where you won't get hit on him.
Yeah, I noticed Pro Hybrid went for the top path at the end of 4-5. Well done. Now we have 5-1. This is the worst stage in the game because it's the easiest, shortest, and most boring stage in the game. Yeah, I know, I'm that guy.
Very simple. Just grab stone, fall down here, and then drop stone.
Ooh, extra float though.
Pro Hybrid entering TikTok fight with only 2 health. If he gets a
I think he should be fine. He got a very good pattern.
Yeah, that was a solid pattern, for sure. He's alright. I was just worried because that is a very, very bad place to take a death. Because
TikTok Powerless is one of the slowest fights in the game.
Exactly. It's no fun.
Along with, like, not green Fan.
Yes. Yeah, if you have to do, for whatever reason, 4-4 Fan Powerless, that is also really rough.
Ooh.
Pro Hybrid, taking the 2 health, once again, his no soft reset strats. I'm not sure if he knows about it.
He should, because soft resetting's used in Katam, and it's, like, required after every boss. So I'm, like, very confused by this.
Yeah,
maybe he just doesn't know how useful it is in this game. Because in Katam, it's literally used to save time, but in this game, it's used as a safety.
Right. There is that difference.
Ooh! Very, there was a very interesting bonkers there. Because she missed the very first hit, but thankfully cleaned up the fight very nicely. Loses ball at the end, but that's perfectly fine. It's not useful at all in the next stage.
Yeah, I missed Laurie getting ball, but that was the first showing of the ability. It's the strongest in the game, and is very difficult to control, but as you saw with Bonkers there, absolutely obliterates mini-bosses. So we're going to see it used for damage quite a bit throughout the rest of the run.
Even main bosses too, we're going to see it absolutely destroy DDD.
Yep.
At least hopefully. Because we might not.
Hopefully. Now, Pro Hybrid, I think, doesn't use ball. At least, in his last race, he used Cutter to fight DDD.
Wait, what?
Yeah. He didn't go for... He
That's
grabbed
an awesome strat. Why have I never thought of this? I'm stealing that.
Keep going for ball, though. It's a lot faster.
Yeah. And I actually know the fast setups with ball.
Mm-hmm.
Now we got the
trying to make it through the spike shaft.
Spike maze. Spike shaft. Okay, that's a new one.
I've always called it that.
I never knew you called it that. Cool.
That spike shaft is one of the more poorly.
This is one of my
designed
favorite
parts of
stages in the game. 4-5. 4-5 has a lot of tiny optimizations you can go for with a lot of cool strats. I believe Laurie has learned the new 5-4 arena. Oh no! Was that a down warp?
I don't think so. I think she just pressed burning too late.
I don't know. I thought she would have like raised up after that hit. Yep, that's just the new strat here, and it's a really cool.
Oh, accidentally gets puffed, so it doesn't get the double star, but
that's fine because it's a very easy backup.
Yep.
Oh, ooh, doesn't suck in the guy on time, and she actually gets pushed above the platform.
Oh, Pro Hybrid's struggling a lot with his bonker setup. He's down to 1 health. And dies on bonkers. That's unfortunate, but bonkers.
Wait, so he uses cutter against DD, but he doesn't use sword against bonkers? So Laurie like went for a mini ball spike at the end, but she almost died, but she unballed at the end. Laurie, which is like the greatest saved at the end.
Regains ball, fortunately.
Pro Hybrid doesn't take too long to take care of bonkers, which is nice, but he'll be at like a 2-stage deficit by the end of this.
Yep.
Now, 5-5 is another amazing stage because you can go for once again a lot of optimizations here.
Laurie opting to wait.
Which I don't think we're gonna see any of them, except ball against Fire Lion.
Oh, Laurie going
we don't even get to see the regular ball strat here. Oh, this is interesting. That's cool. Oh, and opts to get the tomato with 1 health, or excuse me, with 5 health. I would totally go for that tomato if I had 1 health, because Fire Lion, it's easy, but you can like get destroyed by him.
And we're gonna see ball 2-shot once again. And switch off to burning.
Very nicely done.
Very smooth. Oh, I didn't see what happened to Pro Hybrid, but he lost wheel.
I didn't see either. I've lost wheel in 5-3 recently a lot. I don't know why.
There's one specific spot.
Laurie loses burning, but she can actually pick it up right here, even though it isn't very useful. Ooh. So I love that burning guy, because like he's like, oh, you gonna jump over me? Nope, I'm jumping too.
And now Laurie grabs wheel for the probably the most telegraphed ability in the game. They want you to have it so badly. Wow, that was close though. Laurie almost accidentally got a mix on the very last 2 wheels.
They managed to succeed to make you get wheel here in any percent, but they actually fail in 100% because you can just mix them for a free hammer. It's great. Actually, you do actually use wheel in 100% if you do the fast strat. Not going for flywheels here. Pro Hybrid having a little bit of a struggle with this arena.
Woo! Dodges that fork barely.
Yeah. Laurie opting the soft set here. Very good decision.
And now she's going for a mix, gets it first try. That setup is a little bit tricky. Can give you some. Can give a little
crap,
bit of
we have to actually explain mixes because this is the first
one. Yeah, that was the first mix I've seen.
Yeah, so the mix, you inhale 2 enemies with an ability. The roulette's always in the same order, but depending on the first enemy you suck is the ability you get. You inhale 2 wheelies, your ability is hammer. And the first frame release. Oh, Pro Hybrid opting to remove his ball at the end of 5-4. So it looks like he's gonna go for fire.
Yep, I believe he does go for fire. Ooh, he actually goes for the cannon jump.
Laurie is in the worst world of the game, World 6.
Yeah, a lot of runners have even more trouble with this one than the final world. This one's pretty tricky.
Yeah. And we'll be seeing fairly standard strats throughout the world with these racers. Tornado, the best strat. Good routing.
Oh, Pro Hybrid actually grabbed sword this time.
Ooh. Now, it's actually advised to not go for sword in the beginner tutorial, because there's a chance you could grab both of them if you go for sword, and that'll create a mix, and you might get an ability you don't want.
Yep, in my tourney race, I ended up with stone from that mix, which was, you know, not ideal, but still a very good damage ability, so I got pretty lucky with that.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that stone was like good at all, because you can't like move with stone in the same way you can in Katam and like kill mini bosses in like less than 2 hits.
Right. Laurie losing burning early in this stage, but it's not too big of a deal because she's going to be picking up tornado in the next room.
I tried killing TikTok with stone once and it like failed miserably. I took like 3 health on him and
She
died.
grabs high jump for the rest of this room.
Pro Hybrid once again getting the very last wheel possible. Now we got the good ability, Tornado.
Grabbed Tornado in his last race.
Really?
I think he went for some very strange strats, if I remember correctly. So it'll be interesting to see what he does when he gets there. Meanwhile, Laurie is going to try to keep Tornado throughout the rest of World 6, only dropping it for a mini-boss fight in 6-6. And there are no backup tornadoes, so it's very important to keep this specific one, which also takes out soft resetting, so taking damage is very risky. And she's gonna go.
Thankfully, there is like quite a bit of health, such as a pep brew before bonkers and a tomato in 6-5.
Yep, there are some backup health pickups, fortunately.
Yeah, but there's some areas where if you lose if you get hit once, you lose tornado. That happens a lot in 6-4.
Yes, yeah, that's
6-4 and 6-6 are some of the worst defenders of this.
Because losing an ability in water, 99% of the time means that you cannot pick it up again.
Yeah, it busts in like less than a second.
For example, Pro getting it there, he doesn't need hammer, so it doesn't matter, but there's no chance at all for him to pick it back up in that scenario. So that happening to Tornado is very bad. Loses quite a bit of time. So hopefully we can see Laurie get through this stage.
Okay, Pro Hybrid going into the last room of 6-1, which we never talked about being a very difficult room.
It is.
Pro Hybrid getting hit by the very last sortie.
1 health. Let's see. Will he finally break his no soft reset streak?
Oh.
He will not.
So you shouldn't be doing a tornado there because you are not invulnerable to spikes with tornado.
Yes, if you run into spikes, you...
Ooh, takes a death at the beginning of 6-2.
And Laurie makes it through the underwater portion and the spike portion of 6-4, both of which will instantly destroy your tornado. So, fortunately, she makes it through. And now she's in the nut shack. Shout out to Chooch.
I forgot to turn on my phone. Yeah, so you just have to follow that very specific path in that room, and you will not get hit by any nuts.
Yep. Pro Hybrid coming up in the spot where most runners grab Tornado. We'll see what he does here.
For everyone asking about my phone, don't worry, I'll turn it on for grand finals.
Good. Yeah,
promise.
as I thought, he keeps high jump just like his last race.
Wow, what? Wait, why?
I don't know.
Okay.
He just doesn't grab Tornado.
I wonder how he's gonna kill Bonkers with Spark.
He used Burning last time.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
I'm so confused. What are these strats?
Interesting strats. Maybe not the fastest, but, you know, to each their own.
Exactly.
And we'll see how Pro Hybrid does.
Just like World Splits.
Yeah. He is going to take the health, which is good.
Please get Spark. Aww.
Yep, he takes Burning again. This one does... Now, Burning, if you can get a really good Bonkers fight, Burning will help with your movement a bit, because it's a very good movement ability. And he does get a good Bonkers fight, unfortunately, getting hit right at the end.
Yeah, I wasn't too sure how he was going to get out of that.
Laurie has made it through the entire World 6, keeping Tornado. Congrats for that. And gets a double star at the final one. I
wonder how Laurie's face is
final
doing.
arena of the game.
I haven't seen her take a major death at all yet. No, she
yeah,
sucks to make sure she doesn't get RNG'd by the frog. And now we have the worst room in the game. This is the final arena in the game, the 6-6 arena. It is on ice, and it's hell. She doesn't go for the usual strat here. But she still gets the spear-guided jump to the left, which is good, due to her positioning. Very interesting strat, but she gets through it without getting hit, and she may even be able to... Ooh, Pro Hybrid taking a death. She may even be able to... Yep, no soft resetting before Meta Knight. That's a
Yeah,
pretty
that's
nice time save to be able to have that
very nice.
health.
Let's see how our Meta Knight goes. 1 block and 1 hit so far. Oh, really good. 2 hits. Great fight.
That was good. Potential death. Someone introduced this man a Satra setting.
And I just checked Laurie splits on her stream, and she's 26 seconds ahead of her PB. So she's definitely got a good shot at it right here.
Yeah. I recently told her a better strat for a 7-3, so hopefully she might get some big time save there.
She's going to be opting to take this Pet Brew for the 2 extra health, because the stage after this one is the most notorious in the game. It's a mini boss rush.
I respect that.
It's going to be pretty difficult.
Yeah, so we got another mix here. It's another first framer for Ball.
Yep.
Ball is very good, as you know. But the bosses are also very good this time around.
Oh, she's going for a ball swag at the end.
Ooh.
Takes a hit on
that's why you don't go for it.
Shatso.
But now what we're gonna do is 7-2, and 7-2 sucks. Because the bosses are random at times. Bonkers, the first boss, is not too bad.
Yep, the first and the last ones are the easiest. It's the middle two that most people probably.
She doesn't get the early hit from Bonkers, so she does take an extra hit because of that, but cleans it up nicely.
Yep. 3 health, this could definitely go either way.
Fan gives a jump and then charges, which is what we want. Because while he is in the state of bonking off the wall, he is vulnerable. We want the same thing from Bugsy.
Oh.
Doesn't get an early hit again.
Very close,
but Bugsy had 1 health
threading
left,
the needle
you can go for a very unsafe hit, and it's actually very safe.
And Laurie's just got 1 hit left on the last one.
Wow, very excellent.
Oh, Pro Hybrid not getting a double star on the Frosties.
It looks like he must have not had an ability going into it.
Yeah, I think he failed to grab one of the UFOs. I think he took a death. He either took a death in the UFO room or he grabbed the tomato. I didn't see which because I was watching Laurie.
Yeah. So a little thing about 7-2 is that 7-2 in a casual setting actually isn't that hard because there's actually 2 paths you can take. There's the usual bottom path where you fight all 7 bosses in the game in a row, but there's also this hidden top path. It's completely hidden in Adventure, but in this game it's noticeable. And what that does is you fight against the very final 4 bosses, making it faster. But now they're much harder. They have more health. They're infinitely faster, and it's pretty tricky.
Wait,
I actually my first PB.
Pro Hybrid soft reset before Meta Knight. He does know.
Crab emoji. Yeah, but like I actually did the top path in 7-2 in my first playthrough. I hated it. It was hell. Because I didn't know that the bosses were way harder.
Alright, Pro Hybrid finishing up Meta Knight.
Very
Laurie's
well done.
still in good pace.
3 health coming into 7-1, so I hope to God he's gonna pick up health.
She's on very big PV pace so far.
Told you that 7-3 strat would help. She gets through the 7-4 room without a real setup, but she gets through it very nicely. That room is enemy spam hell, good old NES game design that this game's based off of.
Yep.
But
it works fine in some rooms that are designed for abilities like Wheel, but that one in particular is one of the rougher ones because there's no good ability to get through it with.
Yeah, 6-1's another one of those rooms.
Oh, Laurie falling in the pit.
Oh,
gonna lose Spark for it. Is she gonna go back for it?
Yeah, she should.
Yes, she is. The other option is to go through the rest of the stage powerless, which doesn't lose too much time, but then to fight
it actually loses time to go back for Spark, but and she may lose time overall depending on the RNG that the Grand Wheelie in the next stage would give.
Yeah.
Pro Hybrid taking a death because he missed the ball mix setup. Now, what we have is if the wheelie does not shoot out a wheel at first, then you're losing a lot of time. And that wheelie can be, he doesn't like have similar properties to like Fan or Bugsy where they have to give you an attack after 2 attacks. He can just go as long as he wants without giving you anything. You can just wait there for a whole minute and he gives you nothing.
Having only 2 health here is really scary.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Oh no. So she gets the good RNG I was talking about where he shoots a wheel out.
Alright, now she's got to go through the wind tunnel, which is...
immediately.
Oh, yikes.
This ain't good. Oh, a bonk. The bonk,
very shaky.
You don't like...
I imagine this is probably nerves from being in a
You don't like, actually, it doesn't mess you up too much, but like, you are shook. Oh no!
That's a really bad death. Losing, not having ball for the next stage loses quite a bit of time. That's really
you mean wheel?
Or yeah, not having wheel, sorry.
Go to bed, Jay.
No, you.
Ooh!
Oh no,
wow.
Pro Hybrid
oh no!
Re-inhales ball.
I was like, wow, how did he not kill the corpse there? But he ended up inhaling ball with it. That doesn't lose too much time, but it definitely loses time. So yeah, so 7-6 with burning, no one ever practices it because you should never need to do 7-6 with burning. But this time you do. So I might actually learn 7-6 with burning before I do my first tourney race, because
you know that might be a good idea.
It actually happens so much.
Whoa, that was
especially with beginners.
Block and cancel the animation.
You mess up that wind tunnel so much, you die there so much. Wind tunnel's the worst.
Yeah, it's such a rough stage.
But the nice thing though is that the runners are still fairly close to each other. Pro Hybrid can still get some points despite having kind of a shaky run.
Yeah, Laurie's had a very strong run for her.
Pro Hybrid doing a really weird strat in this 7-3 room. So we got this guy right here, Kabu. He sucks.
Gonna be taking the health here.
Good.
Smart move. Because she's probably gonna get hit 1 or 2 more times before the end of the stage.
Yeah, if you don't have wheel in this room, you're almost guaranteed to get hit.
Yeah, I don't even know if it's possible to not get hit by those Scarfies.
You have to like go slow.
Right, unless you go very,
and we don't go slow in this game.
This is a speed run. Only the fastest strats.
Alright. Laurie going for the ball mix here.
Who gets stone, unfortunately.
Oh, it's actually the second power. So you had to delay 4 frames or something like that. So you had to
have to delay your A press very slightly.
And it's very slightly. Like I'm like, okay, this should be a fairly quick delay, but I get Tornado, which is 1 late. It's crazy.
Yeah. Oh. And Laurie.
Did she like turn on something like TV mode on her Wii
U? She turned on.
What is going on with the Wii U?
She accidentally toggled screen smoothing.
Oh.
That happens when you press the stick down on the Wii U. Alright, but Laurie going into DDD with ball. Getting a really good pattern.
Holy crap! That like not bouncing super high with ball was like 200 IQ move right there. Ooh, Pro Hybrid not opting to go for Spark in 7-4. But now this is it. This is the end. This is the anticlimactic ending to this game. This is Nightmare Orb, the bullet hell of this Kirby game. You gotta have at least 1 in your game.
I think despite all that happened to Laurie, I think she can still PB this. I think she still might be ahead. Especially if she has good mashing on this, which it looks like she does. That's a very fast orb kill.
Chargeless. Impressive.
Really impressive mashing on that orb.
Yeah. This looks like a very sub-45 pace.
Yeah, I think she's on pace for like a mid-44, and her PB is a high 44.
Yeah, so this is pretty good.
Pro Hybrid using crash strats. This is what you do if you don't have Spark.
Oh no, and he's turning. This ain't good.
Meanwhile, Laurie on the final
getting a demonstration of what Wheelie likes to do. Oh my gosh. He's waiting. Wow, that was like 30 seconds he had to wait there. Oof.
Now, Nightmare's pretty easy. He's got set patterns and just takes 6 hits to kill. But missing one of those hits can lose about 7 seconds, I think, missing one.
Yeah, but overall it's a very boring fight. But it's kind of like you're You like don't
Lori's
have
got
to
up the
like
last hit
be
here.
good. You
This
just
is
have to
weird.
not choke.
Like
Pro Hybrid taking a very unfortunate death at the end of
GG to Laurie.
7-5.
I think
In
there's
the
a
same room that
7-second
Laurie
PB.
had lost her wheel.
Yep, I think that's a 7-second PB for Laurie, so GG.
HH.
Alright, and Pro Hybrid is on the final stage of the game. Going through it powerless.
H.
Hey. Welcome back, Laurie. Congrats on the PB.
Good run.
Yeah, it was a PB by 7.5. I'm pissed though.
Yeah.
Not even just because of the stuff that happened at the end of Rainbow Is it Resort? I almost said Ride. That's Mario 64.
That's no
but
Rainbow.
in terms
Wait,
of,
no, it is. Wait, no, never mind. You're right. I'm dumb.
Yeah. This
I'm like,
was,
no, that's Katam.
This
Rainbow
was
Route.
probably one of the worst runs in two aspects. Dropped inputs and up
Here we
inputs.
go again.
I got misinputs on the up and dropped inputs from all sorts of things constantly throughout this entire run.
I saw it a lot in
the most
2.5.
Aggravating thing. Like, I wasn't my usual angry that I am when I'm running this game, because it's not like I had a bad run. Like, this run was pretty good. But just, there were so many just...
Oh my gosh,
awful
she said it.
inputs.
This run was pretty good.
Laurie admits that she has a good run.
Yay!
Yeah, that's because it wasn't bad. But, like...
Oh boy, we're seeing it.
Cutter.
Pro
Yep.
Hybrid's going for Cutter against DDD. Let's
Cutter
go.
strats.
Oh my god, I'm in love. But, like...
He has
just,
5 health,
I
so he should be very safe.
dropped so many inputs that I honestly would not be surprised if I'm able to beat this with relative ease.
Woo! Let's go, Pro Hybrid.
That's a very good run, Laurie.
Ooh, Cutter does very little damage against DDD,
There were
but
some
it's very
really
gradual.
good portions. It was I golded Wizard
Yeah, it seemed like a
by
good
over
nightmare
a
fight.
second. So
Ooh,
it's
Pro Hybrid taking a lot of damage on
that's
DDD.
not good.
Ooh, he might get hit here. Oh, okay.
I golded a few things.
Because
Let's
funny
see,
thing, every time you hit DD, his next attack he's gonna do is actually canceled. So it's a little silly fight, just spamming Cutter at him until he dies.
Yeah.
It's kind of slow, but hey, it works, and there's like literally no RNG, and it's literally not difficult at all. So like, GG. You got a 46 with that? Take my money, but not really.
I had a few levels that I got like pretty good golds in. 2-3, my arena was really good. And like, yeah, there were a lot of actually pretty good levels. Meta Knight, I golded by like 4 seconds somehow.
Oh wow, yeah, that was a good fight.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, you had a good World 6 in general, keeping Tornado all the way through.
Yeah, this is probably one of the first runs I've managed to do that.
Yeah, that's
Not
not
the
easy to
first,
do.
but one of the first. So that's where a lot of time save came in. I finished Heavy Mole plus 20.
Wait, what
and
was
I-
the big time save again? Sorry, I wasn't
Keeping
listening.
Tornado and World 6.
Ooh.
I,
How much time did he
definitely
save in 7-3? Just curious.
7-3, I lost 4 seconds.
What?
Yeah,
Yeah.
she
Did-
had a few bombs.
You did the
I think.
consistent strat I told you to do. and you
Yeah,
didn't
but
get
it's
hit,
not
so
like
that
I
was-
messed up the old other strat I used to do in my PB.
I mean, it's not like any
And
faster.
it was bad movement throughout the second half of the level. Like,
Oh yeah,
it was
I noticed.
really
I
bad
remember
stuff.
you missed the candy.
I missed the candy. I
Pro Hybrid
just
almost
walked
missed the first
everywhere.
nightmare hit.
Ooh.
Managed to get it though.
It was just not good all around.
Ooh, he gets hit by Nightmare. What on earth?
He's taken 2 hits on Wizard
I
so
did
far,
save 13 seconds on 7-2.
but only took 1 in Orb.
Oh, this hit scares me.
got
Whoa!
right
He
in
like
his
goes
face for
right.
that
He
one.
walks right up to him and gives him
fear.
that star slap. Did
Just
he
2 more
just
hits.
walk up and use the star rod?
Ah, misses that second
Oh,
one.
that's the hardest hit in my opinion.
Yeah, that one's very difficult.
4?
Yeah,
Especially
losing
without full
one
strats.
missing one hit doesn't lose too much time, but
Yeah,
missing
the
a
final
second
hit.
hit
What?
loses a ton. Like that.
Oh no,
Because
and he's only
what
at
it's gonna
1 health
happen
now.
is that Nightmare's gonna give him one of these really long animations before he reveals himself again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, this hit here is a really tricky hit to get.
Yeah, he's
'cause
also got
the stars
a
are
decent
like
chance of
way
getting hit.
different, and
Oh
it can get
no!
I saw it coming.
That's a rough death.
Oh no, a death.
That's a rough death.
I've faced 3 people in my group so far, and 2 of them have had Nightmare Wizard deaths. What is going on?
Who else
Oh,
died
goodness.
against Nightmare? Actually, never mind.
MMO
Oh, he's
Hostile.
playing. Oh, wow. He's definitely not happy about that one. He's looks like he's having kind of a rough time with this
Yeah,
one. Already taking
but
2
he
hits.
still has the opportunity to get some points from Laurie.
Yep.
Yeah, still has a
Yeah, he'll
chance.
definitely
He
finish.
takes
within 10 minutes.
another hit against Nightmare. Wow. They're just trading hits at this point.
Oh, they do
It's
both
like
have
an
6
intense
health.
smash match.
Yeah. Once again, that 5th attack, you can't like use a Q. You had to just jump and hope you hit him, or float and use a Q, which is better and something that I should probably learn. Now,
So many hits
we
on this
got
one.
this other hit here, this one that he died to.
Still
He
got
gets
one
hit by it again, but thankfully hit against him. Let's hope Nightmare doesn't wait too long to do its thing
goodness.
again. Oh,
I have no idea what his pattern is now.
yeah, I have no clue
Oh,
what this
finally.
fight looks like.
Finishes
Oh,
off with a 50-53.
whew.
GG. Still gonna take some
GG.
points for that because it was within 10 minutes.
Yay.
353, yeah. That's not enough for 615, so stole 4 minutes worth of points, 16.
GG's Pro Hybrid.
Alright. It looks like he's gonna be joining the call.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
GG.
GG's.
Good.
Sorry about that nightmare.
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Yes.
now we can.
Okay, yeah, this was that was such a bad nightmare. Oh my god. I swear I thought I was gonna die a second time and game over. I'm like, oh no, I have to do cutter DDD again.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't have to do Cutter DD again. It just sends you back to Orb.
Oh boy.
Hey,
GG.
Well,
GG's.
thankfully. Yeah, that wasn't a great run, but it is what it is, honestly.
Mhm.
Sorry about that
Some
nightmare.
early mistakes. I think I got kind of tilted halfway through, and I kind of wanted to quit, but I'm like, no, just finish it out. So I'm
Yeah.
glad I
Yeah.
got it.
Yeah.
Now we
Good
can.
call, because you still managed to take quite a few points.
You still managed to take 16, I think.
Hey, and congrats to the PB, Laurie. That's awesome.
Yeah, it could have been much better.
That's the classic speedrunning line.
Oh, yeah.
No, you don't have to do Cutter
Yeah,
DD again.
a lot of,
It just sends you back
like,
to Orb.
bad stuff happened all throughout World 7, but I lost 40 seconds between 7-2 and DDD.
That's rough.
Yeah.
Well, the next
Yeah.
one will be awesome then.
Yeah, good call,
Yeah,
because you still
I
managed
already
to take
have
quite a
my
few
next race
points.
scheduled, you still managed to take 16, I
There
think.
you go. I gotta get on that, honestly. Hopefully I can
Was
get
this your
some.
first
Yeah. This was my
It
second.
could've
I
been
got a
much
low
better.
49
Right.
against Rocks
Rocks.
yesterday.
You raced
Yes,
rocks.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
a better
and
run.
a
Like,
lot
that
of,
was only like 3
like,
minutes
bad
behind my
Stuff
PB, whereas
happened
this
all
was like
throughout World 7,
nearly
but I
5.
lost
But,
40
you know, it is what it
seconds
is. I haven't really
between,
practiced. I got home from from work super
7-2
late. I'm
and
like, I'm 10
DDD.
minutes behind. I just gotta get my stream up and start
Yeah.
playing before I get
Yeah,
DQ'd.
I think you've got the stream audio up through
Yeah,
your mic.
I already
have.
have my next race scheduled.
I've noticed that for a few people, actually, because
Mhm.
I've
Was
noticed
this your
because
first
one
race?
other person didn't know that they were starting the race at this time because they thought it was delayed, and they didn't have and as a result, they didn't get a practice, so they had kind of a rough run.
I didn't practice too much myself, to be fair, but I did practice, so that might have made a difference.
Oh,
Dude,
also,
I have
want-
like 3 hours to practice before my first race.
I want to shout out to the commentators for letting me know about soft resetting mid-run.
Oh, you had the stream audio up?
I
I
straight
thought
up,
you would know
never-
because Katam, so I was a little confused.
Yeah, well, I'm used to it because for that game, just for the bosses, but for this, it never even clicked in my mind to reset when I'm low in health. And partway through the commentary, I just kept hearing like, "Why is he not doing this?" I'm like, "Okay, this time 7-1 or whatever it was, I'll do
It
it."
was before
Yeah, you
Meta
did it
Night.
before Meta Night. You got
Right,
it.
yeah.
That's like one of the most common places to soft reset.
So
I
thanks for
kind
the
of
pro
scared
tips.
myself by not soft
No
resetting
problem.
there. Because I usually do, but I was
You
like,
had
I'll
5
go for
health,
it.
so I don't think you should have.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
would soft reset if I was at like 4 health though, just because of some of the things Meta Knight can do.
I was thinking, hey, if I don't take too much damage, the pet brew in the middle of 7-1 can full health me.
And even then, you can soft reset before 7-1 if you have like 1 health.
Yeah, but I mean, I golden Meta Knight, so it wasn't a bad fight.
Yeah. Reminder to follow both these runners and both the commentators, because we're both also in the tourney.
Yeah.
All pretty good. Pretty good at the game.
Good stuff. Good race.
This was a
Laurie,
good showing for
congrats.
both
Yeah, good race,
runners.
Hybrid. Felt good because I'm glad I did well because you kicked my butt in KDL.
That was the this was the grudge match, honestly, from that
Oh.
tournament.
I was kind of funny because we're right next to each other in seed, so I was like, oh boy, this is happening again.
Yeah, I was hyped for this race in
fun
particular
stuff.
because of we played in the Kirby and Dreamland tournament like a month ago, whatever it was, and it was a game
Yeah.
3, like real close set.
It
So-
was a really close set of 3, yeah. I want to check that Meta Knight segment though.
All right, I'm gonna hop off commentary. So thanks for everything, and I'll see you guys next race.
Sounds great. I'll
Yeah.
do conclusions, I guess. So we don't have many races coming up for Nightmare and Dreamland until actually Thursday.
Might get one scheduled in between, but as of right now, the next race is for Thursday, I believe.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's mine again.
Yep. There you go.
I'm getting
We've
all
also
my
got one
races.
earlier.
Wait,
in the
no,
day
it's
now.
Dark Soul
and Blue
versus
Bomber.
Blue Bomber.
Oh.
It's gonna be a
Done that
nice
before.
race. First showing from both of those runners. But
Yeah.
on Speed Gaming 2, coming up next is the Final Fantasy 1 Spring Randomizer. There's also Zelda 1 on Speed Gaming 1, so that should be pretty nice. And that's pretty much it for us. Once again, follow the runners, follow the commentators, check out the bracket. It's going pretty well. It's been
Yep,
really
it's been
fun
fun.
having this tourney so far. Honestly, I think so far it's been a lot better than last year's, but I wasn't here last year, so I'm
Me
biased.
neither.
Yeah. I think it's even better than last year's.
All right, thanks. Person that was here last year.
Last year's was good too. I'm not
Yeah.
putting that
Yeah.
down. This is just a really great tourney so far.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you very much, Speed Gaming, and thank you very much to the racers for putting on a great show today. That should be it for us.
Mhm.
Have a great day.
Thanks for watching.
See ya.